Hello, Pulipay.
Yeah, hello, Senghe.
Yes, nice to see
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I see you. Um, Now we start number one. I think you answer for what place or a space that you consider yours.
Actually, I just consider my own bedroom a pool.
Okay.
In my bedroom, I take membership. But for example, um I put my pictures and my friends on the wall of the room above my bedroom, my bedroom, and the most important thing is about the bookshelf that I equip it in front of my bed too, and it's like there are many uh, kind of book that I read every day. So if you enter my room, you will see a big bookshelf and different kind of book in my room, and I think that's it.
Mm, just it's good. For me, I consider my own place is my room that I work in every day because I think it is my place because in my room that I work, it has only one me that stay and work in there. So it is, I think, it's a personal space that can I can store everything that such as book, such as everything that is it belong to me. I can store in my room, but in my home I share with my my wife and my children. So sometimes it's not difficult to store something that think it is belong to me. Sometimes my children take it to play, or sometimes, for example, when I store a book in my home, sometimes my children it take it to read, or sometimes they tear by my children take it or read it, and then he tear the paper. Um, yes, and that's all for me. I think my own place is my workplace. Yeah.
Yes. So, what are some differences in the way different groups, such as males, females, adult, or children, personalize their space?
Mm, oh, different way. I had no idea, but you can share first.
Sure. Boo. To me, I think males also like they have different way to decor their room. For example, um a man can like put their family photo in the workplace like you did, and they also add some specific or special uh, things in their room. Beside, adults can add like their favorite thing. For example, um, I used to add some of my favorite soccer player. That's how it's belong to him, but it's for about the family or their personal uses. But adults sometimes they can only add like a favorite thing that they like, or like I mentioned earlier, it's about a soccer player or their favorite stars, and children, if you like uh, s- notice the action, they will add some playground or something that they can play, or for example they add um painting in their room so they can paint every day or something else. But a female, let's talk about female a little bit. For example, when I see some female always put a mirror in their room so they can make up every day, they can see their faces, or for example they add like some cosmetic or facial products, I mean something that can take care of their faces, so they add it and use it every day. I think when you see the room like that, you will consider it's a female room. I think that's my opinion too.
Yes. For me, I think mm, different people and different age, different uh, gender, I think maybe different personal space because yeah, actually people when children they like something different from adult and have like behavior different from older people. So the personal space is based on the behavior or attitude that people have. For example, since as Henry mentioned before, children maybe they put like a picture, Photomic or Ben 10 or something like uh, picture that funny that we will put in your bedroom or something that or the picture on the desk they want to watch. And adult maybe they put something that uh, they like such as superstar or beautiful girl or handsome boy in the bedroom that they want to see to make feel happy or feel good. And the other people they maybe put the photo as a group of family, put the sunflower, uh, they put picture that they had been go before, such as they have been go to party, they take photo it from to Eiffel and they put on the wall. So they want to share your memory with the family. And I think male and female maybe different, like Singheng said before. Yeah, male maybe the room may be more complicated than men because the women they have a lot of skincare, they have a lot of clothes that they use every day. So they have the table, they have a mirror, they have something a cupboard to stock skincare to stock or um, something that to stock um, lay to stock uh, everything that to to make up or to prepare your body. And especially they need to be uh, close close room that to disappear from another people to wear the clothes because women maybe in Cambodia the women have a good culture that need to disappear from eye of people.
Mm.
Um, yeah. That's all for me.
So what about number three? How would you personalize this space?
Okay, so welcome back, everyone. I'm gonna let you work on the vocabulary a little bit, and in this vocabulary, you can just work on the activity in the book on page 124. All right. So we have 12 words to work on, and as you're working together, try to check the meaning. All right, if you are not clear, and help each other understand the word 1 to 12. Okay, and if you find it hard to understand the word, highlight it. When you come back to the main room, feel free to ask any question. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 15 minutes. All right, actually this activity doesn't last for 15. On page 124, so I would say you might probably spend about 7 minutes, and the rest of the time, you go through the difficult word that you are not clear. Okay, and if within that 15 minutes you cannot answer all of them, highlight it. When you come back, let me know. Okay, so 15 more minutes, and then I will bring you back, everyone. So work on the vocabulary exercise on page 123 and also 124.
Hello, Mom.
Yes.
Do you hear me well, Mom? Right now?
Yes.
Sorry, Mom. Let's continue. Let's start then.
Okay. Number one,
For yeah.
gender.
Number one. It's letter B, right?
Yes, genders mean classification by whether you are male or female.
Yes, and number two.
Attraction to work with a partner on this dialogue should intended first to first or letter A next to each other.
Yes, I agree. And number three. I agree, Mom. I agree with you. Yes, and number three, Mom.
Affiliate with.
Connect.
Two, yes. Letter A.
And number four.
Number four, engage with, take part in.
Okay. And number five.
Belong. Since you own. Letter C.
Yeah. Okay. And number six, Mom.
Every
Remarkable.
and very unforgettable.
Very interesting.
I think interesting as well.
Letter A, right?
Yes.
Number 7. Can anybody tell me about ter- territorial behavior? What does it mean? Anyone know?
I don't know.
Well, say this. Do you have any idea about this?
Okay.
Let me check.
Hmm.
Territory behavior. The way animals defend their space for other animals of the same species. The way animals defend their space from other animals.
The way people.
Animal.
It should be people, not animal, right? For this one.
Yes.
The way people share their space. Is it like that?
Not share. They defend from others. One thing. Protect.
Maybe
Hmm?
global. I
Yes.
think territorial behavior, and then they said wanting to protect a personal space. Maybe the meaning of the word territorial behavior.
Wanting
Do you
to.
understand what I mean?
I got it.
Yeah.
What you mean? Okay. Is ingrant? Is it pronounced that ingrant in us?
Ingrained.
It is hard to change our deeply a part of. So let's move to number 8.
What letter did you
Soban,
choose?
Soban ingrant deeply a part of.
Okay. Then let's continue to number 8 then.
When my little sister invent my room, she saw her all over bed. Let her see much into.
By force.
But not so understand about the sentence. It's like they fight
Yeah, bon.
with her sister in the room like that.
Yeah. They fight for the room.
Okay. So let's move to the number 9. How can we pronounce it?
Radius.
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 Wait.
Radius. Sexual area.
Within the now.
Just letter A.
T. Hence, refrain from using cell phone. Avoid.
Avoid.
Chapter 11. Servant band.
Rubber band.
Sub band. Near city.
Yes, near.
And the last one is moderately. A little. Right?
Moderately.
So that's all.
A little or a very or very.
Very what?
Sorry.
For this sentence, if you put very, so you want to what do you mean? Like very likely to stop, or should be it stop a little bit for waiting someone like that? Let's see.
Other visitors are not likely to enter the house without knocking. They likely to stop by or visit without.
This sentence is saying that maybe they like walk slowly. Is it like that?
I think letter C. I think letter C. Very.
You also think very right. Let me take the dictionary again.
Fairly quiet.
In a way that is neither small nor large in size amount. So it's mean not large and also not small. I don't think that my answer is right. So both of you think this is very mean?
Yeah, wrong, but not sure.
Enough or fairly should with this word.
Because when I check the dictionary, it have one sentence. It say little moderately. So moderately, it can be. It cannot mean little because it can use with little.
Always.
Maybe
the answer is always. Maybe the answer is always.
Always. It can be. It can be always.
Yeah.
What is meaning if we put always acceptable? But when I check dictionary, I don't think so.
Mhm.
It should be in average, I think. It's not large or small.
If check the dictionary, none of them are correct.
Yes. Not because the meaning is not large or small, so maybe it's like the mom or something like that. Medium. So
So which one?
yeah. For this, right?
Yeah.
Let's vote. Liet, what do you think? Which one?
Very and always. Always is like look correct, but
Much.
yeah, it's
Yes, maybe always look much the sentence than very.
but very kind of right, Bon, because I saw in the example in the dictionary. It's similar to this.
How can they say? What they say?
Wait, like they talk about the price, Bon. They said the hotels are moderately priced. Does it mean that it's very, you know, expensive or something?
No.
No.
Come again, please. The example of
Okay. The hotels are moderately priced. Like they talk about the price of the hotels.
if not
And
they don't know that what they want to prefer is like expensive or cheap.
yeah, I think it's mean moderately priced mean very expensive.
Did you get to finish all of it, everyone?
Uh, we have one
The last one that we don't know the meaning.
Okay, so one left.
Yes.
Okay, moderately, right? Mm, I would say little. Why? Because moderately it doesn't mean a lot, or doesn't mean always.
Teacher, and what about suburban?
Suburban
Yes,
in a city.
in a
Oh,
city.
suburban
think-
areas should be near a city. Yeah.
I see. Thank you.
Teacher, you said that moderately mean little, but it's also can use with little. So when it use with little, what it mean? Very
Uh,
little.
little and a little both are the same.
If it mean little, so when we use with little, like there's very little moderately price.
Little moderately priced.
Yes.
Wow. Really? You found online?
I'll show you this. I found it in dictionary.
Cambridge?
Yes.
Really? Let me check. There's a very literal moderately priced housing. That's just too much word in there. Very little moderately priced it. I think it's the speaker can just say moderately priced, you know, just too much in there, right? You say moderately priced មានន័យថាតម្លៃនេះវាសមរម្យ វាដាក់ very little វាក្រោមអាសមរម្យនឹងទៀត right?
But if it mean little, it's also not some wrong, right?
No, normally the word moderately it means like វាល្មម so it's like in the middle. Okay. But in the case moderately we are at always ឬក៏ very it's not possible. Okay. So when we talk about moderately it's like normal, like in the middle. Okay. Like eat something in moderation, right? It's like eat just enough, right? Don't eat until you are full. Okay. All right, so maybe we'll check all together first. So number one, gender is A, B, C, everyone?
B.
B, right? So how many genders do we have?
Two.
Two, okay. Male and female, okay. Number two, adjacent. What does adjacent mean?
Next to each other.
Next to each other or, you know, close, all right? Not far, okay? Like I live adjacent to my school. That means I live near my school. Okay, so that's what adjacent mean. Okay, it's next to each other, it's not far. Okay, it's simply it means near, right? Like the example earlier, I live adjacent to my school. I mean I live near my school. Number three, affiliate with. Affiliate with. The meaning is ABC.
Connect to.
Connect to. So it's like associate, right? People associate with others who are similar to themselves, or connect to others with who are similar to themselves. Okay, so when you are affiliate with someone, you are connect to them. Okay, you have a connection with them. Good. And number four, engage in. It's easy. The word means
Part in.
to take part in, right? So it's like to participate in something. So normally I would say the best word is to interact, right? But we never say interact in a discussion. You would use the word engage in a discussion, right? And to show that you are active in a discussion. Good. And number 5, belongings mean
Things you own.
things you own, right? So it's like your possessions, right? So your belongings are your possessions or your property. But normally when we use the word belonging, it's referred to like the objects you own, like your books, your clothes. But if we want to talk about your car, your house, we use the word property. Okay. Number 6, it's remarkable. It means it's
Interesting.
interesting. It's wow, right? It's amazing, right? So remarkable, all right? You went to watch a performance and it was very remarkable. It was amazing. It was very interesting, right? So good. Number 7, territorial behavior or wanting to protect a personal space is ingrained in us, all right? It's ingrained in us, all right? What does ingrained in mean? A, B, C, everyone?
C.
C, right? So it's deeply a part of, right? So when something is ingrained in you, it's like it's so deep in you, okay, and it's hard to get rid of it, okay. It's like when you believe something so much, right? It is ingrained in you, right? So it's hard to convince you not to believe it, all right? So it's ingrained in you, all right? So when something is ingrained in you, it's like it's deeply in you, right? It's a deep part of you. Okay. And number 8, to invade. All right. What does invade mean? A, B, C, everyone.
C.
C.
Intercourse.
That's right. It's like Russia invaded Ukraine. Okay. They didn't knock the door, right? Hey, they did not say, "Hey, Ukraine, can I go in?" No, right? They just bring all the tanks in and shoot, right? So invade, right? So you march in, enter by force, right? I did not ask your permission. I just walk in, okay? And number 9,
Peter invent and fight is the same meaning.
it's not when you fight. Let's say I fight with my brother. It just mean it could be verbally fighting or physically fighting, right? It's like អាចឆ្លោះគ្នាសំដីឬក៏វាយគ្នាជាដៃជើងអញ្ចឹង but when you talk about invade it means to walk in to someone place without permission. It doesn't usually វាអត់មានន័យថាវាយទេប៉ុន្តែ you can assume there is some fighting in there, right? ឧទាហរណ៍ Ukraine ត្រូវរុស្ស៊ី invade ហ្នឹង right? វាមិនអាចរុស្ស៊ីចូលទៅដោយមិនវាយទេមានតែវាយបញ្ចូលកើត okay? You get what I mean?
Okay.
All right. So when you talk about fighting, it can be a conflict with word or a conflict with force, okay? And whatever it is about conflict. But when you talk about invade, it's about go in someone's home without permission, right? That is invade, right? អញ្ចឹងគេចូលមកដោយមិនមានការអនុញ្ញាតទេអាហ្នឹងជា invade ដែរ invasion. Okay. And number 9, most pizza places only deliver within a 3-mile radius. Radius A, B, C.
A.
Is it A or C? Right. I think it's C, right? Diameter. What does diameter mean? Okay, two radius. Chẳng a circle chẳng. Okay, diameter ang captured. Okay. Radius cam. Okay. So you're right, circular area. Okay. A 3-mile radius. All right. Circular area. With the radius nó ban này là cam. Okay. Chẳng a 3-mile radius មានន័យថា យើងសើចនៅក្នុងប្រអប់រង្វង់ហ្នឹងដែលមានកាំ3ម៉ាយអូខេអញ្ចឹងក្នុងនៅក្នុងរង្វង់ដែលមានកាំ3ម៉ាយអូខេអញ្ចឹងមួយសពគឺបើយើងគិត rate diameter គឺវា6 mile okay right so radius simply it mean កាំ alright diameter គឺអង្កត់ផ្ចិត 3 mile radius ហ្នឹងគឺគេ search គេដើរ search មានថា pizza ហ្នឹងគេ deliver នៅក្នុងរង្វង់មួយដែលមានកាំ3ម៉ាយ and number 10 please refrain from what does refrain from mean ABC refrain from avoid you are right we use the same thing like avoid right and don't use refrain without from we always say refrain from okay so refrain from using mean avoid using right so we also use it with gerund okay 11 a suburban area A B C what does suburban mean
Near city.
Near city let me check is it near or far
Define, is it rural area?
okay it say adjacent to the commuting distance of a city so it should mean near right it's just outside វាអត់ឆ្ងាយទេតែវានៅជាយក្រុងណាវាអត់ឆ្ងាយតែវានៅគៀកក្រុង okay so near city B all right it's right B rural one far okay unless it is rural right that rural one far and 12 we already talked about 12 moderately is little so it's like វាជា adverb of degree okay ចឹងនៅក្នុងគេដាក់ little បែបវាអត់មានពាក្យផ្សេងមកនិយាយណា moderately នេះមានន័យថាវាល្មមវាអត់ច្រើនវាអត់តិចគេវាល្មម okay so eat moderately it's ញ៉ាំល្មម all right or ញ៉ាំតិចចឹងទៅ right so any question over the 12 words everyone any questions any questions on the 12 words everybody nope
No question.
okay all right so I'm gonna let you listen to the listening one let's talk about environmental psychology so you're going to listen to an excerpt from a lecture by Dr. Tracy Craig, a psychology professor at University of Idaho. So she's going to introduce you to the field of environmental psychology. All right. So what is psychology? Psychology is the study of human behavior like study on, how you react to, or how you form your behavior, uh, the reason you do why you do. Okay, so in here we have two things. Behavioral psychology, it studies how humans react to stimuli from outside and within themselves. So study about your reaction toward your own self, and from, or how you react to other, right, outside. Okay. Educational psychology is the study of how human learn. All right. So how do human learn? That is educational psychology. And lastly, we have what do you think is environmental psychology? So you have to listen in order to get all of this. Okay. So I'm gonna put you back into groups, and you have, let me check time, 25 minutes. All right. And I want you to do activity B, C, and D. Okay. So I want you to do B, C, and D. All right. I will drop the listening into the group. You can listen together with your friends. And as you are listening, I want you to complete activity B, C, and D. Okay. Before I put you to the group, are you clear with the instruction? Oh, so long.
Yes.
Okay. So feel free to listen to as many time as you want, but you only have 25 minutes. Okay. Let me find your group. So the listening is a little bit long, so I suggest 2 time is enough for you to have some time to discuss the answer. Okay. Let me find listening.
Hello, Pooh. Hello.
Yeah, hello Thanh Hiền.
Yes. So let's do it together, Pooh.
Yeah, I think we should listen individually one, and then we discuss together.
Yes, that's
Mhm.
it. Thank you.
Hello, Sinh Hí.
Children
Yes, hello.
are often able to map out a much
Are you finished?
Not yet. Let's start.
Yes, continue.
Um,
Yeah, you can continue to finish. I listen.
sure. Hello, Pooh.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yes, I finished, but I think I didn't get any detailed ideas of it.
I just get one question. Listen.
The first one,
Yeah.
what is it?
What I think easy is study the interrelationship between human and environment. But the number two, um, I have no idea. Number two, what ties, in what way does the category believe male and female are similar or different in the uh, territorial behavior? A territorial behavior, what it means, hey?
Có territorial của chữ active.
Adjective.
Yes. Let me check.
Territorial. Yes.
Territorial. Territory, to talk about an area of land under their jurisdiction. It's likeតំបន់ទឹកដីដែលមានអ្នកគ្រប់គ្រង
Similar are different and the territory behavior. With male and female are similar. Male and female are similar is what I don't know. But I think different. The male um care about face to face. Hmm. Hey, you can say idea. I have no idea. You get any
I
information?
don't get anything for number two. But let's talk about number three. People use eye contact to convey how they feel about personal space.
Number three. What the connection between eye contact and personal space? um, I heard male and female are the same eye contact at the same level, right?
Yes, true, but we just use it to know or to know how they feel about the space, like that. But sometimes I don't get what it means.
I think the listening is not fast. It is easy to listen, but I didn't know the meaning of the listening.
Maybe it's far similar with other speaking because we never listen to this kind of listening.
Maybe we don't know the topic, so let me. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think maybe it's a new topic for us that it's hard to understand the meaning.
So what is the answer number four?
I don't know.
Actually, I didn't get anything except number one.
Actually, okay, Honestly, I didn't get any information about number 2, 3, and 4.
That's okay, bro. Just move to letter C, true, false.
Male was often by some sitting adjacent to them than some sitting. I think false in here. A male more often by someone sitting face to face, right?
Males more not face to face, but adjacent, maybe. Adjacent
Adjacent is in a woman.
woman.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Is it
So
that?
that
That's
for
right. Mm. Number 2, the statement female ex, expect to affiliate mean female feel they hire to make contact with someone by sit uh next to
I don't
true.
think it's true. I think it's for
I think it's true.
yes. And let's take a look at number 3. In a large lecture class, the majority of students sit in the same seat all semester. I definitely say it is true.
Mm-hmm. True.
And what about number 4? Consider two males of Facebook page his belongings display on the desk more freely than they would if the office belonged to a female.
Is there of which
What do you think? True.
touch belonging display on the dash things freely more freely than they would be of which Mm, maybe yeah. I think true. Yeah. And you?
But I think it's horrible because if I visit a female's room, I just want to touch something belonging to her. But yes, if I visit a man room, I just avoid to touch something because we are men, we know something that we use already.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5, in the jacket study, people tend to move a jacket that clearly belong to a female, but refrain from moving on to belong to a man, to a male. I think that's true. A jacket study.
Mm-hmm. It's true. Let's see. It's from here just weekend until
We are teenager, but I think that's false because when we are kid, we also need belonging territories, right?
mm-hmm. Maybe I think territorial behavior maybe how all egg all those egg.
Even young
Number
age.
7, even at young age, female explore light territory than male.
I think it's false
I
because
mm-hmm. I think this year.
and number 8, how should you play in the washroom is a sound making places.
Actually, teaching the language is making the show. No, I think 4.
Yes,
2 or 4. Not sure. Number 9. It's most important aspect for people to make eye contact in the process with intensity than a small town. 4, I think 4.
yes.
But in the section C, we just correct the sentence. If you say 4, we need to correct the sentence.
But I don't know what to correct.
Yeah.
So what will we do now? Complete letter D.
Active. Welcome to Lesson 15, Module 1 of Environmental Psychology. This week, I'll be introducing you to the field of environmental psychology, which is an area that studies the interrelationship between human behavior and environments. Environment refers to the natural environment, such as parks, natural resources, and outdoor settings, and built environments, or those structures and spaces which are constructed rather than those that occur naturally. Today, we'll be concentrating on characteristics of behavior and our connection to the space around us, focusing on gender, eye contact, and our need for privacy. We know that our need for space and our reactions to perceived invasion of our space are different from men and women. Males often object to face-to-face invasion. Sitting directly across from a male is often more offensive to them than sitting next to him. However, females often object to adjacent invasion. This has to do with competition versus affiliation goals. Males are expected to compete and women to affiliate. It's not necessary to affiliate with someone who is sitting across from you, but if someone sits next to you, it's often felt that you should engage in some affiliative behavior if you're a female. If you're a male, on the other hand, an adjacent invasion is not as important as a face-to-face or across from you invasion. What we know is that because these gender differences exist, you can also look at where people put their belongings. Belongings are often placed to avoid invasion. Females will often place their books or belongings to the side of them in a vacant seat in order to force people to have to make another invasion. Males, on the other hand, will often put things across from them to indicate that they are taking up the space in front of them to prevent face-to-face invasion. In addition, we mark our territory with our belongings. For example, putting your jacket on the chair next to you, or putting your book on the table in the space that you feel belongs to you. In fact, 83% of students sit in the same seat all semester during a large lecture course. This is quite remarkable. There's nothing really about that seat specifically that makes it theirs, but we have this very territorial behavior ingrained in us. Equally important, we know that when males mark their territory, these markers are taken very seriously. If you look at desks, office space, and seating, you'll find that you behave in a very different way depending on to whom the office belongs. If you enter an office and you believe that a male is in that office, you will respect the desk and office space and seating arrangement. However, females' offices tend to be invaded and manipulated. That is, people will move things on the desk, play with objects on the desk, take up their office space, choose a different seat, move the chairs, and so on. In short, the gender of the owner affects our reaction to his or her territory. Another study that shows this reaction to how seriously we respect people's territories is called the jacket study. In this study, researchers put a clearly feminine or clearly masculine jacket on a chair when no one else was around. They then measured who would sit where and why. If it was a male jacket, people kept their distance. They sat several chairs away. However, if it was a female jacket, people often would move the jacket or turn it into lost and found. They didn't see it as a marker. We know that people engage in territorial behavior and males have larger territories than females. This begins when they are children. If you ask young children, who perhaps have just received a bike and have begun to explore the neighborhood using the sidewalks, you will find that the male children are often able to map out a much larger area of the place in which they play than females. Females typically draw perhaps their block or the houses across the street, but not much beyond that, whereas males will often draw 3 or 4 blocks sometimes even a 6-block radius around their own home. You can also look at yourself in terms of whether or not you are territorial. Often, when you go to a restaurant and the server puts your plate in front of you, you can't help but touch it. This is why they always warn you the plate is hot, because they know your instinct is to touch the plate. The next time you eat out, try very hard not to touch the plate. It's very difficult to refrain from doing so. And now that I've made you aware, maybe you'll see just how territorial you really are. Eye contact is also an indicator of how we feel about personal space. One study of eye contact was conducted in post offices in 3 environments. Researchers looked in Parksford, a rural community, Bryn Mawr, a suburban town, and Philadelphia, a big city, and found that males and females within each community typically engage in eye contact at the same level. However, both genders were less likely to make eye contact in the city, moderately likely to do so in Bryn Mawr, and most likely to do so in Parksford. That is, in Parksford at the post office, you're expected to look at everyone, say hello even. However, in Philadelphia, you should not make very much eye contact, and only about 10% of people did. This is a way of maintaining space. In a rural area such as Parksford, you often feel that you have enough space and you aren't being threatened, so there's no need to be territorial. There is also no reason to feel like you might be invading someone else's territory. However, in Philadelphia, you can maintain a sense of privacy by not making eye contact with others. It's even considered polite. And when people do make eye contact, it's often thought to be strange, weird, or cause for concern. Another form of visual intrusion is the ability to see or be seen. This is usually seen as stressful. Restaurants or offices have been made to give a sense of privacy. However, even though they add barriers,
Okay, so I'm just going to ask a few questions from activity B. And I think we will do this more on Monday. So number one, what is environmental psychology? Let's hear from Sing Heng and Bong Li Peng. How do you define this word, environmental psychology?
For me, I think environmental psychology is to study the interrelationship between human and environment.
Okay. An interrelationship between human and environment. How about the second group? Um, Sister Su Ain, Sinit, and Mung Lee. How do you define it?
Yes, it's not the same that it is a study of interrelationship between human behavior and environment.
Okay. So same definition. All right. How about number 2? In what ways does Dr. Craig believe males and females are similar or different in their territorial behavior? How about Siang Heng and Bong Lipe?
Honestly, in the listening, I didn't hear the name of Dr. Gray.
Mm, really?
Yeah.
But I think they talk about the behaviors of males and females about territorial behavior, right? I heard about like they leaving stuff on the table or something.
Yeah, I heard it, yeah, but I didn't get
Mm.
the information.
Okay. How about Sing Hey? Did you catch it?
Not teacher. Not at
No.
all. Yes.
Okay. How about the second group? Sister Su Ain, Sinit, and Mung Lee.
For the similar behavior, I think it's eye contact and how that they talk about uh eye contact in big city, male and female are the same level, and then for the different is the reaction of them. They would be different. They will act differently depending on the gender, like that.
Okay. So I think it's not yet specific enough because I don't hear how it relates to territorial behavior. So your point were eye contact and their reaction. Okay. How about number 3? According to Dr. Gregg, what is the connection between eye contact and personal space? How about Sing Hey and Bong Lipe? Did you get any?
For me, I didn't get anything.
No? Oh wow.
Um,
Okay, Sing Hey.
I think we use eye contact to convey how they feel about it, personal space like that. Yeah. And I don't know a specific details in it.
So you use eye contact to evoke your feeling about your personal space. Okay. How about Sister Su Ain, Cindy, and Bong Lee? Did you get the answer for question number 3?
Um, convey how they feel also.
Okay. Right, showing their feeling on their personal space. All right. Okay, the last one. What effects can a feeling of lack of privacy have on an individual? Sing Heng and Bong Li Ping, have you got any?
Um, I think it just cause people to feel stress, teacher.
Cause people to feel stress?
Yes.
Okay. But they say effects, so there should be more than one. Any other thing you got?
We got feel concerned and stressful.
Feeling concerned and stressful. Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna let you spend more time on this. I'm not yet convinced by the answer yet. So listen again. Do all of them: A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Do all of them, and that's should be done before the next session. So the topic is environmental psychology, behavioral psychology, and also educational psychology. So what I need you to do is, search for example. Okay. Search for more example of what is behavioral psychology and so on, right? So let me put homework, complete listening 1. Okay. Search for examples or cases to explain behavioral psychology. How do you write behavioral? Behavioral psychology, educational psychology, and environmental psychology. Okay. Do you know how to search for example, everyone?
Google.
Google. Yeah. Using AI is easier, right?
Can you show me?
I can wait. So use, you know, I encourage to use AI, but I don't encourage to use it for writing. Okay. But I encourage you to use it to help you learn. Okay. And example, briefly explain these terms and provide at least 3 examples. Make sure the word use are simple to understand. Okay. So we have a behavioral. Why I keep writing it wrong? All right. So behavioral psychology. Okay. So learn to use AI to help you learn new concept. All right. And this is how you use them. And if you understand the concept, there's a high chance that you can speak more. All right. So that's why I encourage using AI. But I don't advocate for writing generation. Okay. But be careful. Those are not acceptable behavior. Okay, cái ví dụ là behavioral psychology focus on how people learn behavior through experiences like reward and punishment. It studies how habits are formed and change. Children learn to clean their room more often because they get a treat reward or a treat afterward. ឧទាហរណ៍ប្រាប់កូនយើងចឹងណាថាបោះតែឲ្យស្អាតចាំល្ងាចឡើងជូនទៅលេង ski លេងអីចឹងទៅណាជាងគេថាមនុស្សយើងរៀននៅកប្បកិរិយាមួយហ្នឹងគឺចេញមកពីបទពិសោធន៍ដែលមានដូចជាការឲ្យរង្វាន់ហ្នឹងការដាក់ទោសធ្វើបានល្អយើងឲ្យរង្វាន់ធ្វើខុសយើងឲ្យ punishment អូខេចឹងដល់ពេលអារង្វាន់ហ្នឹងវាជួយឲ្យយើងចាំអូខេយើងចាំដូចគេបើនិយាយអាក្រក់ស្ដាប់ដូចយើងប្រហាត់សត្វឆ្កែយើងឲ្យវាអង្គុយនៅពេលដែលវាអង្គុយយើងឲ្យនំវាញ៉ាំនំវាដល់ពេលវាអត់អង្គុយយើងឲ្យនំឯងដល់ពេលសត្វណាអង្គុយយើងឲ្យយើងឲ្យវាដល់ពេលវាគ្រប់ទៅគឺនៅក្រោយយើងអង្គុយគឺអង្គុយអូខេ ta 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 koi cái ao reward cái nộp. Okay. Anh nói hai ta conditioning, right? Educational psychology studies how people learn and improve teaching methods. It focuses on understanding how to think, learn, and stay motivated. All right. Use group activity, use flashcard, and so on. Right? Chúng dương adjust the time concept của dương. Okay. Environmental psychology, right? How our surrounding, building, nature affect the way we feel and act, right? Ta dương cho ta kia môi nó vi bạc bỏ đo ròm dương dạng mình. Okay. Ta là cái lại tục kia nó vi bạc bỏ đo ròm dương dạng mình. Okay. Đi theo nơi cái lại nó mối vi ốc áp trên tới thua ở dương cái đau cái hài dương từ something like that. Rồi dương tới hang cà phê dương thực ca nghe ban trởn trên dương nứt tê. Như cái chuyên ca dương nứt tê dương thực ca nghe ban trởn trên hang cà phê bùi nừng người ta ta hang cà phê đó hay. Giống như tại trong một environment ta environment nó bị bạc bỏ đỏ ròm ở dưới hay đứng sự cam hiện bởi dương như này. Okay, so very simple, and you can use this to analyze different spaces, all right? And you can also use this in writing as well, like environmental psychology, design nơiក្នុងហាងកាហ្វេនឹងមួយហ្នឹងវាធ្វើឲ្យយើងចង់រៀនអីចឹងទៅ okay? Environment ហ្នឹងវាមានចេះ okay? So you can use that too to use in your writing too. Okay. Right, so that's how you use AI to help you learn. You need a good prompt to do it. Okay. Right, any other question, everyone? Do you have any question, everybody?
No.
No.
Okay. I haven't sent everyone the writing file yet, so I will send it later. Please remind me on Sunday if I did not send you the writing. All right. Please remind me. And next week on Monday, we will continue the listening one. So I'm not going to go too quick. So we'll revisit this and I'll introduce you to some discussion on listening to as well. Right, so thank you so much for today, everyone. I guess enjoy the rest of the day and have a good weekend.
Bye.